Hello and welcome to episode 61 of VocTerGaming. I'm your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and we are heading back to the IEM tournament from Guangzhou, China, for a Zerg vs Zerg between these two players on the map Metalopolis. Spawning first on the west side, he is our yellow Zerg, the coward Zerg, the custard Zerg. He is EGStrifeCro. And spawning in the east, we have our blue Zerg. He is one of the greatest Zerg vs Terran players in the world, but today we are going to watch his Zerg vs Zerg. He is coLMVPDongRaeGu. Now, some quick history on EGStrifeCro, because many of you will not have heard of him. Obviously, he is a member of the team Evil Geniuses, one of my favourite pro teams right now, obviously with the very successful players EGIDRA and EGHuck on the team right now. But beyond that, StrifeCro was one of the initial members of Evil Geniuses, playing for them way back at the start of Starcraft 2. He's never had what you would call a huge deal of success. He's generally seen as more of a 2 vs 2 player in EG's own tournament, often playing with his teammate Axlav, who tends to go Terran. We tend to see Terran and Zerg, out of those two. Of course, for those of you who watch this channel regularly, you will know exactly who DRG is. DongRaeGu, one of the greatest players right now. He's so good to watch. Performing really well in every tournament he's in, pretty much. So he's always great fun to watch, and obviously that's why I pick his games. But I wanted to do a Zerg vs Zerg because it's been a little while since we had one of those. I'm getting a little bit bored of Terran again. And obviously we did so much Protoss last week that I just wanted to pick something different for a while. So we're going to watch this Zerg vs Zerg. Interestingly, DRG's DRG's spawning pool was up first. EGStrifeCro's slightly behind. Neither man choosing to fast expand, which it interests me. Obviously, because of his slightly late spawning pool, DRG here can do a small amount of damage. If he can pick off a few of these, it could lead to something bad for StrifeCro. However, StrifeCro is going for speed first before DRG does, so that's going to give him the advantage once speed is finished. Unfortunately, if DRG can take this out, that's pretty much game there, but the Queen will pop out. That will stop that. There should be no way this small amount of lings can kill all these lings, these drones, and this Queen. So he is going to have to back off. It's really nice little pressure from him, though. It's nice to see players doing that. If you're going for the early spawning pool, you may as well get some Zerglings out and pressure your opponent. But now speed is on its way for DRG, but he's going to be very behind StrifeCro, and that gives StrifeCro a small window of opportunity to really attack and do some damage. This Overlord here, nicely placed, just sat outside the base of StrifeCro. It means DRG will be able to see when any unit's leaving the base, like those Zerglings just did, and so we'll be able to follow them. Now, StrifeCro is expanding. StrifeCro again expanding first. Got his pull late, but he expanded first, so that could help him get back into this game. Speed, of course, is now finished for StrifeCro. Not even, in fact, halfway done for DRG yet, but it doesn't matter because he's got a great little block off on this ramp, and because he doesn't have a hatchery, it means he doesn't have to move down and defend it. Unfortunately, that means StrifeCro can sit here and essentially just wait and see what DRG is doing. If DRG doesn't expand, it means he knows he's going tech. StrifeCro as well is the first up with a Baneling Nest. Again trying to push up that ramp, but he doesn't get anywhere. But now a Baneling Nest is also on the way for DRG. In fact, sorry, DRG is going for the Baneling Nest first. Got that the wrong way around, I do apologise. So his Baneling Nest will be finished first. Probably use those as defensive Banelings to begin with, just to help hold off this pressure. Sit a couple of Banelings here, and there's not much you can do to get past them with just Zerglings. You need something like Roaches or Muters. And now Zergling on Zergling violence here. Both sets are speedlings now, so there is no advantage for EGStrifeCro. He has to pull back. Unfortunately, these Zerglings are streaming around to the front. Oh, and he's morphing them into Banelings. I'm not sure that's the correct place to do it, because these will see it. StrifeCro does see those Banelings morphing. I'd have liked to have hid them slightly out of the way. or at least move to cut them off. But now he is attacking this hatchery. Speedlings coming in to try and stop it. He can either just focus it down. Banelings come in from both members. Oh, StrifeCro loses all of his Banelings. DRG has some left. Oh, StrifeCro, you are going to lose this hatchery. And that hatchery goes down. Banelings now moving in. Spinecrawler's trying to pick them off. Oh, but trying to get some drones with the Banelings as well. DRG doing so much damage. He took down the expansion. He took down a couple of drones with Banelings. Now he needs to avoid these slow Banelings. Needs to get the hell out of there. Keep those Zerglings alive. And of course he himself has now taken his expansion hatchery once the creep hit it. Oh, absolutely brilliant play from DRG. Love, love, love watching it. StrifeCro is now in trouble. He is going to be very behind economically very, very soon. If another attack like that happens, if he loses any more drones, this game is going to be over. 2 Banelings now out for EGStrifeCro though. If he catches it, does take down a few there, but nothing much from DRG. And now once again he has the Ling advantage, but more Banelings coming out for StrifeCro. He's going to try and use them to hold this hatchery here. He's going to try and remake that expansion, which he needs to do. You cannot afford to be a base down for very long in this game. The only reason DRG managed it was because he managed to take down StrifeCro's hatchery and some drones. StrifeCro had not actually managed to make good use of that hatchery before DRG attacked, which is, by the way, absolutely brilliant game timing, or as we call star sense, from DRG. Knowing exactly when all this was going down, having this Overlord here is just so handy. These Lings are now parked up at this base, watching to see if StrifeCro is going to try and sneak a sneaky third. Some Lings over here trying to poke into DRG's base, but obviously that does not happen. DRG is very nicely defended at home from Lings. Neither player right now going for any extra tech, staying on Ling Baneling. I find that incredibly interesting. Both men kind of spending all their money on that. Oh, he's going to pick off a queen. DRG picks off a queen. If he can take this base down again, it is game over for StrifeCro. StrifeCro trying to respond with these Speedlings, but he doesn't have enough there. He needs to get his Banelings down there now. There is no time to waste. He was trying to save money, possibly for another hatchery, but instead he's going to lose this one. DRG can just focus it down now. Oh, it's so close. I hear Banelings morphing. StrifeCro is coming all the way back with these slow Banelings to defend, but they are so late to the party. DRG now only has a few Speedlings left, so he cannot finish taking down that hatchery. Nice from StrifeCro. Really nice Spinecrawler placement there. It's going to help defend half of the mineral line as well. And he's going to get a macro hatchery. Interesting. Oh, gets a Roach Warren as well. That's, once this Spinecrawler burrows, that is a really nice defensive position. Getting the Roach Warren though. Of course, Roach Warren is also on its way for DongRaeGu. Where is it? It's in the base. There it is. Roach Warren on the way for DongRaeGu, and his will be out first, so once again he'll have the advantage. And getting an Evolution Chamber, I imagine that will be down here somewhere, yep. Getting the Evolution Chamber there. Unreal. DRG, so good. He has some Banelings up here, watching to see if he takes the base. Another quick engagement there by Speedlings, but they're not going to get in and do any damage. There's too many Banelings, there's a Spinecrawler. There is, of course, the Macro Hatch. The Macro Hatch is the only way EGStrifeCro will get back in this. By being able to produce more units than DRG, he may, just may, have a slight window of opportunity where he can actually get more out. Oh, but moving in with the Banelings, catches so many drones and finishes off that hatchery. Oh, DRG, you are so sneaky. That was a brilliant move there by these suicidal Banelings. Now he has to remake that hatchery yet again, using more and more minerals that he wanted for units and drones. Oh, he's now pushing out with a small speeding attack, but this is going to do nothing. DRG is going to catch it. Now missile attacks level 1 is on its way, so he's upgrading the roaches. He's getting finally his third hatchery, expanding over to this base here, and there is no way EGStrifeCro can stop him doing that right now. More and more roaches in production for DRG. StrifeCro trying to expand up here, but that's not happening. Baneling moving in. Oh, catching quite a few of DRG's Speedlings. Doing a lot of damage there. So he's managed to defend this base. Really nice. But unfortunately for him, it does not feel like it's going to work. He has to be so careful in everything he does. He is really coming from behind right now. Speedling's coming in and doing slightly more damage to the drones, as we see. In the main base, the hatchery is transforming into the lair. DRG staying back on hatchery tech right now. So if Mutas could come out, if he could get a Spire and Mutas, it's not something you see very often in Zerg vs Zerg anymore, but it would have this lovely timing attack where you could just get some out because DRG is not getting a Spire. You could move around, you could really do a lot of damage to this mineral line, and even in fact once he saturates this base. Of course the question is, can he survive until then? Because right now DRG is up 111 food to 78. He is right now pushing around, he's going in with a huge force. Speedling Roach. Roach is moving forward now. Gonna hit with a very strong timing now. Spinecrawler is gonna go down. The first of the Roaches falls for EGStrifeCro. Trying to defend behind this Roach Warren, but he is in range. Nice use of the ramp there to get a better surface area of attack. Right now, StrifeCro should have the better concave. Oh, but he doesn't. DRG manages to move around. StrifeCro is in fact trapped by his own SimCity. This is not looking good for him at all. In fact, I think he's about to completely lose the game. This is a huge push from DRG. StrifeCro has nothing in answer to this. All these roaches are going to go down, pulling the drones, and when you pull drones, you know you're in trouble, because drones are absolutely useless in this kind of situation. He's getting another Spinecrawler, but it's not going to be enough. Roaches are going down left, right and centre, and EGStrifeCro GG's. DRG goes 1-0 up in the IEM tournament in Guangzhou. Very nice play from DRG. Oh, that was very enjoyable. A nice, tidy little Zerg vs Zerg. Just what we wanted for a Thursday game. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow with the second game of EGStrifeCro versus Complexity and MVP's DongRaeGu. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.